Good evening and welcome to the first annual Gulf Coast Cruinniú Instructor Concert. My name is Shawn, I'm with the Cruinniú Board. I want to thank you for supporting this event and these fine instructors in this weird, trying time that is COVID-19. We had a bit of a journey from a live to a virtual event. We had planned on doing this at a local university here in the June time frame. But 8 or 10 weeks ago, we had to make a decision on whether we're going to cancel the event or forge ahead with a virtual event. So we polled our students, we polled our faculty, we got a good vibe back from them, and then we recognized that we needed some help with the technology, that we couldn't do it ourselves. There's a learning curve around that, and we decided to look for an organization to help us do that. And then we had noticed the Tune Supply group out of New York, Warbelow and Ranney, and we noticed the work that they were doing with the Mario sessions that you can find readily on YouTube. Very well produced programs. And so we elected to reach out to them. And we found that it was a good fit for both of us, and we signed on. And they've carried us this far, and they've done a great job doing it. So I won't hold you long, but we do need to recognize some of the people that helped make this happen. I'm going to start with Tim Kennedy and the Houston School of Irish Music. We're operating under their umbrella, and we appreciate their support and counsel. I salute you, Mr. Tim Kennedy, and thanks for the help with this. I also need to extend thanks to some special friends that we have here in Houston. Larry Mallette and Therese Honey, that have served as both patrons and guarantors of this event. And we have something special to share with you here. So in keeping with social distancing guidelines, we'd like to present this to you from the board.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Of course, yes. And thank you so much for making the Cruinniú happen.
I can give you a virtual handshake.
Yeah, of course. Well,
oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
nice.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Greta put that together for us.
Thank you. Thank you. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then we have something else for you here. This is another little piece of memorabilia. Again, we are so thankful for y'all. For what you've done. So,
There, you can open that.
Oh, okay.
Might jump out.
Memorabilia. Oh.
I'd also like to recognize our hardworking Cruinniú board members who've been working this event for the last 13 months, meeting at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, and then communicating back and forth almost daily for the last 8 weeks to get this event to where it is. So here's a look at these fine folk in their natural habitat. We'd also like to thank and recognize these sponsors, donors, and friends of the Cruinniú. So without further delay, I will turn this over to the unstoppable Mr. Kevin Crawford, who will be serving as both performer and MC to get this concert underway. Thanks for being a part of this event. We're blazing a bit of a trail here, and we hope to see you again in 2021 at the second annual Gulf Coast Cruinniú. Thank you.
Thank you, Shawn. Thank you very much indeed. Good evening, everybody. You're very welcome to this first annual Gulf Coast Cruinniú. Thank you very much indeed for viewing, signing in, coming along with us for the ride. First of all, I think I should acknowledge and applaud the wonderful team, Shawn, Cayson, and all of the great people behind the scenes who have made this first event possible. Yeah, they've gone from a live event to a virtual event, and it took a lot of courage, and serious amount of determination and their drive as well, just to bring it over the line, along with the expertise, of course, of Tune Supply. So we're here, and we're in the virtual world. This is our new norm. And I don't know about you, but like over the course of this 3-month lockdown, we've figured out a few new ways of sharing music. Not all of it is like the way I'd like to see it in the future, but it's been okay. Yeah, I think we're getting there, and we're figuring out what works and what doesn't work. And you guys have been, of course, a huge part of that. And events like this, whereby we can do a bit of teaching, we can do a little bit of performing. You can get to stay in touch with some of your favorite musicians, and you can get to keep your own kind of playing ability and your playing chops up to speed as well, by taking part in stuff like this. So we've a whole night or varied program of music and song in store for you. I'm very excited about it. And we've spent a lot of time kind of preparing, and we're hoping that it's all going to work out. Fingers crossed. Yeah. So we've got a lot of artists, mainly, of course, the people that took part in the teaching element. And there's Liz Carroll and Marla Fibish and John Doyle, Grainne Hambly, myself, Nuala Kennedy. And it's great just for us as musicians to get the opportunity to share and to meet and kind of do what we would do if we were doing this as a live event. We look forward immensely to meeting up at music camps such as this Gulf Coast Cruinniú. And so we've lost out on a lot of that, and this is as close as it gets to kind of making that happen. So we've a bunch of collaborations, few solos, and I don't want to give it all away in the first kind of bout here, but stay tuned. I don't think you'll be disappointed. There's lots happening. We're going to do it in a few different segments, just to give me a chance to get my head around who's coming on and off here, because there's a lot happening. So we're going to have Liz Carroll, John Doyle, Marla, Grainne, Nuala. We'll all be kind of jumping in and out in various configurations here for this first little segment of the show. And without further ado, I think I'm going to let Liz Carroll take it off and enjoy the proceedings. Here we go.
Hello everyone, it's me, Nuala Kennedy here, and I'm delighted to be playing for you all this evening as part of the inaugural Gulf Coast Cruinniú Festival concert. You were all fabulous today in the classes. I know I can say that even from my advance warning perch here, because I know that it will be a great day that we all spend together, and indeed that we have spent together now. So I'm lucky to be joined this evening by my old friend and musical comrade, John Doyle. Hiya, John.
How you doing, Nuala?
How's it going over in Asheville?
It's going marvellously. Fantastic. Great weather.
It's been beautiful here in County Clare. A lovely day today, and there was lots of chirping birds and sunshine outside today, and I thought I would start with a song that is an old song from the 1700s. It was written by Art McCooey, who is one of the most famous poets of Southeast Ulster, and he wrote this song addressed to a song thrush in the ruins of Glasdrummun Castle, and it's called Ag Bruach Gún Reva. And in this song he laments the decline of the Gaelic order and the sorrowful state of affairs in Ireland at the time. And I have been enjoying this song. It reminds me that things were worse indeed for us in the past, and we came through that. So here we go with Ag Bruach Gún Reva. Ag Bruach Gún Reva nu ignes lei Banu averge gevloya Hules game na kuanti erin is fuam sasper in arja Vina dule veben is a gul kila is Krishna Grainne Hambly is blur na nein at fu krushkel le gruam gur na kogel tra honig me an sails gach ni fuin green sun cheer fui eclipse all she swing as fake vehage dom tahu gonu na cruise na falter Jairi and small akura belven sua sergi of lavlum spavinien na chedev meal shore fuse kalur on in the balya as mwili clear Gur clíú sliocht géil na hot seo Tórí ri lúban is bear siú I géin haar sália Mur bhui tú fréil de ghuilín héil I tír train a Spania is Irish don veg a waris so nig gur squealu a nail clochali Trahula antain melu a hiunil le gruam guri in arja Vieskia hot squeal chashi
Hello, I'm delighted to be playing for you this evening here from my home in County Mayo. I'm going to start with 3 jigs. The first one is Breach Harpers. She's a famous fiddle player from County Donegal. The second is Old Man Dillon, or The Mug of Brown Ale. And the third tune is The Green Fields of Woodford, which I learned from a recording by the great banjo player Angelina Carberry.
Hi everybody. I'm going to play you a couple of tunes that I wrote 5 years ago, 2015. We were doing a little project in Chicago and it ended up being called Ireland Crossroads of Art and Design, 1690 to 1840. Long title. And one of the tracks and a couple of the pieces that I did for that were Planxty Charles Bunworth, and that was followed by Rose and Kathleen Slipjig, which I named after Rose Conway Flanagan, a fiddler, and Kathleen Keneally, tin whistle player, both great friends. And so here are the tunes. I'm looking forward to playing with Grainne here.
Well, my God, I promised you that it was going to be good, and that certainly didn't disappoint. Great start there. I certainly enjoyed all of that. What a treat. Oh, my God. Yeah, the music wasn't bad either. Pretty good going. I certainly enjoyed looking in at people's kind of living situations. Yeah, I'm a bit of a voyeur, I think. Like, I really got off on the decor thing going on there in different settings. Yeah, some nice interior decorating stuff. And yeah, I might get into more detail about that later. There could be a show maybe there. What do you reckon? It could be a thing, so that we do maybe a couple of Zoom classes on the music, and then maybe a couple of Zoom classes on one's personal taste in terms of interior decor. Yeah, that'd be good. And I wonder, is there a correlation between the way a person decorates their house and the way that they decorate their tunes? Ooh, there you go. It's probably a grant for figuring out stuff like that, is there? Yeah. But anyway, it was great. And whose house did I like particularly there? Well, I loved them all. Yeah, good. Well done for saying that, Kevin. But some very lively colour choices there in Nuala's pad. Nuala's in Ennis, by the way. In case you don't know, I should tell you where everybody is. Nuala Kennedy is in County Clare, in Ennis. Place very dear to my heart. Liz Carroll over in Chicago. John Doyle is in Asheville, North Carolina. And Grainne Hambly is over in County Mayo, the west coast of Ireland. And Marla is on the west coast of America. So west coast of Ireland to the west coast of the US. Marla is, gosh, where's Marla again? She's outside San Francisco. I know that. If you take a little spin over the Golden Gate Bridge, she's about 30 minutes outside San Francisco. Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. San Francisco. Larkspur. That's where Marla is. And I am in Brooklyn. Yep. So you knew that by the head of me. Look, the old hipster. But yeah, Brooklyn is where I'm based now, and it's been an interesting couple of months here, I can tell you that. But anyway, enough about interiors and about where I am and all that. The music is here for you, and we've got another chunk of tunes coming your way. And yeah, what's going to happen in this portion of the gig that's different to the last? Well, we'll shake it up a bit, different collaborations, and yeah, we kind of just see where it goes, I suppose. But there's definitely an element of people getting out of their comfort zone as we move on with the gig. So here we go, phase 2.
Wind is fair, the day is fine. Swiftly, swiftly flows the time. The boat is sailing on the tide that wafts me out from we must stop and sail away. We must stop and sail away. We must stop and sail away. Farewell, farewell, thousand tender times wait to stay my lonesome sighs. My heart
me almost dies to think of leaving you, funerary. We must stop and sail away. We must stop and sail away. We must stop and sail away. Farewell, farewell, with pensive steps I've oft-times strode where Fingal's castle stood of old, and listen while the shepherds told the legend tales of funerary. We must stop and sail away. We must stop and sail away. We must stop and sail away. Farewell, farewell, funerary. I've oft-times paused at close of day where Ossian sang his pardon lay, and watched the sun's departing ray wandering on to funerary. We must stop and sail away. We must stop and sail away. We must stop and sail away. Farewell, farewell, funerary. Farewell, farewell, funerary.
3, 4.
Okay, we need to Christy Barry's instead at the end, but that's all right too. Well done, John.
So myself and Marla are going to play a tune for you now that was composed by Turlough O'Carolan, Ireland's most famous harper and composer. And this is actually the 350th anniversary of his birth. He was born in 1670. And he was a blind harp player who made his living travelling all around Ireland, composing tunes for the wealthy landlords in return for their hospitality. And over 200 of his tunes have survived. So this particular one is called Loftus Jones. He was from County Sligo, and it was probably written in the later part of Carolyn's life. And you can hear in this piece the influence of Italian Baroque music that was very popular at the time in Ireland. So this is Loftus Jones.
Hi, everybody at the Gulf Coast Cruinniú. Hi, Kevin.
How are you doing?
How's it going over there in New York, Kevin?
Sure, just about keeping it together now.
Yeah, things are good here in County Clare, a very sunny, lovely County Clare, your old home. And I'm sure that your neighbours in New York in the Bronx are enjoying every note you're playing just as much as mine are here. So let's play our new flutes together for this jig, the Gold Ring, that I know you know. And we both have these lovely little F. Gare Lejeune flutes. I thought it'd be fun to play something together.
Wow, we were fairly flying it there. Good stuff, Nuala. She was putting it up to me. Yeah. Nuala was the ringleader there. I just followed, just in case you're wondering. She's the driving force. Yeah, myself and Nuala, we're part of an organisation, a group, a community, a wonderful bunch of folks known as the Flutilla. Yeah. And we came together at the Swannanoa gathering a few years ago. Thanks to Amy and Ellen and all of the great kind of folks there who show up year upon year at Nuala, and my classes at the Swannanoa gathering, which I think that's where I met Shawn Cayson first. So, out of tiny little acorns, here we are at the first annual Gulf Coast Cruinniú Instructors Concert. Oh my God, there's a lot of stuff in there. But yeah, myself and Nuala, I always love the opportunity to blow out a few tunes and get the sparks flying. And yeah, it was lovely to get to play our new flutes. This is certainly starting to feel like a gig. I was wondering if I was ever going to experience that buzz again. And this is definitely the first of these coming together events that just feels like natural, and we really did kind of get together and talk about what we're going to do and bandy across a few ideas, and yeah, so this is a special one-off thing that is just for tonight, and it's for the Gulf Coast Cruinniú, and it feels good, and it's just great to kind of have you on board, but for you guys this would not be happening, so thank you very much for being brave and taking the leap of faith as well with the classes, and then signing up for the concert. So massive thanks. Yeah, we are heading into the third segment of the concert, and I know there's some really, really lovely things coming up for you in this particular segment. And what have we in store? Will I give away any of the secrets? I don't think I will really. No, we'll just let it kind of roll and see where it goes from there. One thing I definitely am grateful for in relation to the virtual event over the live one is that if everything had gone according to plan and that we were in Texas this weekend for the event, it's pretty hot down there. I think I looked at the weather earlier and it was 96 degrees, and for us mere mortals from Ireland especially, we're not used to that, so at least we can do it here from our homes, our air-conditioned homes, and it's not quite 96 degrees here in New York, so we're only in the mid to high 70s here, so way more kind of comfortable, so, and we can cope with that just about. But there is a bit of heat happening out there on the stage and with these collaborations, so I'll let them at it. Here we go. Phase 3.
I'd like to play one of my favourite slow airs for you now. This is a song called The Wounded Hussar, and it actually started out as another tune by Turlough O'Carolan called Captain O'Kane, and then the Scottish poet Thomas Campbell used that melody to set his poem The Wounded Hussar. So it's become absorbed now into the Shanno singing tradition over the past 200 years, I suppose, and it's about a wounded soldier. And I'll follow that then with a hornpipe called The Humours of Tully Cryan.
Okay, let's chance a couple of other tunes here. A hornpipe, or a hornpipe-ish. It's a tune known as the City of Savannah, and it's become a kind of a standard fare hornpipe. Matt Malloy recorded it and put it on the map, as did Sean Maguire, great fiddle player. But we'll follow it then with a reel called Hanley's, and I got that from Patsy Hanley, incredible flute player from Roscommon. But it's a tune known as Hanley's reel, but Patsy didn't write it. It's associated with another player from that area, James Hanley. 3, 4.
I'm going to play 2 tunes for you now that are jigs. And the first one is called Margaret Graham's, and it's named for Margaret Graham, the lovely fiddle player that I bet a lot of you know. And this was a tune that her dad, Willie, requested for her graduation. And I'm following that with a tune that's called Margaret Stewart's Grand Tour of West Kerry, named after a little tour that Margaret Stewart, the great Scottish singer, took us along on. This would have been maybe a year and a half ago with Mary Jane Lamond and Wendy McIsaac. So, 2 jigs.
Liz Carroll. Oh my God, I love Liz Carroll. That was just incredible. A beautiful, beautiful selection there from Liz. And just gorgeous on her own, doing her thing. Nothing better than that. Gorgeous stuff. Well, we're fast running out of time. So I'm going to keep the chat to a minimum on this particular link. And yeah, just to let you know that the last segment that we have for you here, it's more or less like a John Doyle and Friends kind of section here. John, long-time friend of mine, bandmate in the Teetotalers with Martin Hayes. It's been a while since we talked out, but there's talk of us doing something, which would be an absolute dream of mine if we could get something happening with Martin and John again. But this particular segment, John is going to more or less lead the charge, and he'll be bringing on and off a bunch of us along the way. So here we go.
Hello again. I'm going to play a couple of tunes on the guitar. These are all tunes I wrote during actually this time of isolation. And the first tune is a kind of a fast waltz, I suppose. And I called it the Mill River Waltz. And then two reels after that, which have no name. So there's it's called the Mill River Waltz Set. And Kevin is going to join me on the baron for this. So here we go. A 1, 2, 3.
Hello, everyone. Well, isn't it going great? Woohoo! We're having a lovely time, and here is a set of jigs. I'm going to leave a space here for John to tell you something about this next couple of tunes, and then we'll have at it. John?
Thanks, Nuala. The first tune is an older version of the Geese in the Bog, and it's from County Sligo. And then the last tune is one of Dermot Moynihan's called Covering Ground.
There we go. And off we go.
Young Cooley and Cooney and young Martin Quinn made up together to smuggle the tin with me right Falladero, right Falladero, right to Relio. They walked all the day till their heels they were raw. They hadn't the comfort of lying in the straw with me right Falladero, right Falladero, right to Relio. Well, Yoker says Harney, I'm wise to her tricks, but the more that they yoked her, the more the mare kicked. With me right Falladero, right Falladero, right to Relio. The hills they are high, boys, the owl mare is thin. I'm afraid to my heart that her legs might give in. With me right Falladero, right Falladero, right to Relio. Had a piebald all covered with dots. Tis many's a fiver she won in the trots. Would be right Falladero, right Falladero, right to Relio. Then up speaks the sergeant with a laugh and a grin. I'll have you inside, boys, for smuggling the tin. Would be right Falladero, right Falladero, right to Relio. Then up speaks the sergeant with a laugh and a smile. I'll have you inside, boys, for smuggling a while. With me right Falladero, right Falladero, right to Relio. Up speaks young Collie to make some excuse. If you leave us alone, sir, it's home we will scoot. With me right Falladero, right Falladero, right to Relio. Well, it's back o'er the border, they best about face. To hell with the Black North, we're in the Free State. With me right Falladero, right Falladero, right to Relio. Together to smuggle the tin. With me right Falladero, right Falladero, right to Relio. With me right Falladero, right Falladero, right to Relio.
Woo! Well, there you have it. Thanks very much indeed. A lovely way to wrap up the concert there, John and Marla and Nuala. And yeah, it's just been a great experience. Thanks so much again to everybody at the Gulf Coast Cruinniú, their first annual event and a virtual one at that. And I think it worked. Yeah, I have to say it was a really beautiful event to be a part of. And I think I speak on behalf of all the instructors there, Liz Carroll, John Doyle, Marla Fibish, Nuala Kennedy, Grainne Hambly, and myself. And thanks again to yourselves for showing up at the workshops, the masterclasses, and for coming along and being with us tonight for the concert. Hopefully we'll see you next year at a live event, and wish the Gulf Coast Cruinniú continued success with this. Big shout out also to Tune Supply, Caitlin and Chris, for pulling it all together, the concert element, and for just being great people to deal with all along the way with the collaborations as well. We're going to leave you with a set of tunes, a slip jig, the humours of Derry Cressan, and then there's a real Maud Miller's, and the last tune is associated with great Fermanagh musician Eddie Duffy. So thanks very much, and until next year, take care, stay safe, and look after yourselves.
Thank you.